Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Here we go. Let's do a podcast, Dawn. Let's do a podcast and let's call it Two Awesome People
Why are we calling it Two Awesome People?
because it's you and I. That's the awesome, and we're people, and there's two of us. Logic.
Welcome to the Two Awesome People podcast with Kelly and Dawn, where middle age hits hard and we get to talk about all the topics that come along the way.
You just keep on going. I was just going to say, welcome, come in. The water's fine.
Unwind to these two beautiful, soft voices.
Good luck with that. Today, we're going to talk about communication because Dawn and Kelly communicate with each other and with other people. You could say we're experts on communicating. We do it all the time.
I don't know if we're experts. We just do it.
Well, so does everybody. That's the joke.
What's the number one thing that drives you nuts about communicating with people? Do you have a pet peeve?
Not being listened to?
Basically every day.
Yeah, just my whole life.
You know what drives me nuts?
What?
When people stand slightly behind you and you try to have a conversation, they keep on kind of moving around behind you and moving behind you, and you kind of keep turning to like face them.
Dawn, that doesn't happen. Are you sure that they're talking to you and not somebody else?
Yes, it happened to me today between me and one other person.
Maybe they have bad breath. It's a self-preservation thing. That's a weird one. Interrupting, I would say, is a big pet peeve, communication-wise.
Basically, I'm terrible.
I should just call you my little pet peeve. That could be like,
Everything I do bugs the shit out of you.
I could just call you Peeve.
Here's my friend Peeve, my husband.
Well, because it's a pet name, get it? Pet peeve. Anyways, again, a joke you have to explain.
I feel really bad for you that your husband is just your pet peeve.
I'm joking, Dawn. I think that you and I communicate pretty well, actually. Took us long enough. I think this is a man versus woman thing. You gather information at a pace you feel is reasonable, and you don't like when questions are asked prematurely. Because in your mind, you haven't gotten to that stage yet.
Kelly will ask 100 questions before I've even gotten to 2 questions.
I do think it's a woman versus a man thing. Women tend to be more planners, maybe, than men. And so it's like, we need the details. But that's more when it comes to like plans. I think that we have gotten good at communicating problems also.
I think part of communication is letting stuff go.
Well, I don't let things go generally. What do you think about our communication together as a couple?
I think communicating as a couple is difficult. You have to start from a place of respect.
I respect you, Dawn. Mad respect. Mad respect.
A mad respect for you too. So that's where it starts. I try to be nice with the communication to you because it can be very easy to not be nice when communicating.
Yes. I make a conscious effort to be nicer in my communication with everybody.
Not so much for me.
You don't talk nicer to everybody.
When I was younger, I was super nice communicator to everybody.
Right.
Now, if I don't like you, I don't care to communicate with you.
Time is precious and you don't want to waste it on everybody, which I totally understand. I completely get that, but you can't make it uncomfortable.
I have no problem making it uncomfortable anymore.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
When you start a conversation, you're looking to engage with the person. And generally for me, I'm looking to engage mostly with humor. How can we get to a laugh faster?
That's sort of like the equalizer. And it's a good jumping off point. You can leave them with a good taste in their mouth.
For me in communication, like I pretty much am an open book and I have a hard time keeping secrets. People can tell me stuff and I will not go tell other people. If you tell me a secret, I'm not going to go gossip. I don't like gossip at all. It's not for me. I don't think that gossip works. I think people just need to shut up.
Well, I like the concept. I don't think gossip works. Like, okay, works at what? Gossip doesn't get you anywhere. I just become stonewall with it. If gossip gets to me, it's not like I then turn around and spread it to somebody else. I'm a dead end for that.
You're a brick wall.
It's just like my heart. It's just solid wall. Similar to you and feeling like there are some people that aren't worth your time, that's not worth my time.
Give your secrets to Kelly.
Truly, I'm a lockbox.
People will tell me a secret and I'll just forget it. Like, great secret.
No, I think it's important to be respectful of people in situations like that.
With secrets?
Yeah, or just anything. It's just not.
Do you tell secrets?
No, I don't really have any secrets.
That's what's weird.
We lead a boring life, Dawn. We have no secrets.
Have you ever been in a conversation, Kelly, and you are in the middle, you're like, I have no idea what they said?
Yes. And that has happened to me on this podcast.
It's happening to you right now.
It's not happening to me right now, but sometimes my mind will wander and I feel like I can still be present in the moment, and it's like I'm with that person and nod and say yes and maintain eye contact. But then I'll suddenly hit this point where I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea what is being said. And I'll respond, and maybe what I'm responding with was already said. I have no idea.
And then you find yourself going in circles in the conversation. Have you ever been there where it's like, now we've talked for 15 minutes and I'm pretty sure nothing has gotten said?
I don't know if I've ever found that happening. That means that both of you are not listening.
It has happened to me where it's like me and another person are communicating, sometimes on Zoom, and we just keep talking and we're getting nowhere and we're not trying to go anywhere. And it's like we just keep repeating ourselves in different forms.
Maybe that's more like somebody wanting the last word, which I think is a very real concept.
Ooh, tell me more. The last word, Kelly.
People like to have the last word. They like to have that final point made. They like to be the one to say, ha ha, in a text or something. And it's just like, did you really have to be the last talker on that one? Was that important to you? So maybe when you do that on Zoom, it's really both of you guys just duking it out to see who gets the last word.
It goes on for 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then you should just be like, okay, bye, and hang up.
On text, I do not need the last word. I do not need to say shit on text. On email, I'm pretty much the same way too. Sometimes I feel a little bit more of an obligation to respond because I've had instances where I don't respond and there is confusion.
I love texting.
Why do you love texting so
I'll
much?
text somebody all day long. I used to love AOL Instant Messenger back in the
Ooh.
day.
You've got mail.
I think that texting's kind of like that because you could just send like a random one-liner comment.
Right. But you know what drives me crazy is when people are texting nonstop while we're trying to talk in person.
They're carrying on a separate conversation at the very same time.
Exactly. People now more than ever multitask in their communications, and it just kind of all of them feel less genuine.
Yeah, that's just rude. I mean, that's all there is to say about that. It is.
So
That's
do you
just
call them
rude.
out?
I don't know if
I
Wait, what?
I don't.
You don't call them out? Why? If it bothers you so much, why don't you?
Well, because then it becomes like antagonistic. I believe in the let's just not say anything and I just don't need to communicate with you anymore. That's like my method.
So you just ghost them after that.
No, ghosting drives me nuts. Oh my God. We have one person that's ghosting me right now, and that drives me crazy. It's like, can't you have the communication just to say, hey, dude, I don't want to chat, or let's not do this today? I just think ghosting is crazy, and I've never ghosted anybody, I think. I guess, would you know if you ghosted and it wasn't on purpose?
Well, no, if it wasn't on purpose.
Well, do you ever get an email and you're like, I don't need to respond to that? Would that be ghosting?
Kind of, but you probably respond to other things. Like, I mean, if that's the end of the conversation that you ever have with that person, then yeah, that's kind of ghosting them. But if you end up talking about something else, if the subject changes, then...
Well, yeah, that's not ghosting.
Yeah, no, that's just rude too. No,
Well,
I'm just kidding.
There's just the peripheral people in your life that sometimes you ghost, maybe on accident.
So now you're talking yourself through it and you're like, maybe it's not such a big deal.
I've reached out to this person 4 times And
You're just taking it really personally. It's like a bad
yeah,
breakup. Yeah, I
yeah,
understand.
been ghosted.
I get it.
The desire to have a last word is very real. It is
Yeah.
stems from ego and control or insecurity.
I feel like it's a man thing too.
Yeah. Do you think I do it?
No. I've never noticed that you do it.
Usually I want to end conversations pretty fast.
Yeah. So you'll just accept whatever's said and be like, good point.
Yeah. Good point. See ya. I don't need the last word because I have another conversation to get to.
So it's an ego thing because it probably gives them an ego boost to have the last word.
Yeah, it's a desire for validation, the need to be heard, understood. It's somewhat of the dominance. Fear of misunderstanding. I've had instances where I don't get the last word and there was true misunderstanding. Like somebody went to a restaurant and I didn't. We were supposed to meet up, but it was not clear to me because no one said anything and they took it as plans and I took it as nothing was confirmed.
I don't know if that's a last word thing or just a poor communication thing.
Well, it was with a friend who has what I would deem pretty bad communication skills. And I even told him that. So when you're zoning out in the conversation, how do you pull yourself back in?
I just sort of snap into it. It's sort of like when you're watching TV or a movie and the character has an inner monologue moment. That's kind of like what will happen in my life. And then I'll be like, oh, wait. And then, I'll rejoin the scene, whatever's happening.
I'm with a bunch of friends and I need to pay attention.
I don't think it happens to me that much.
I think it happens to everybody in almost every conversation.
Well, I hope not in every conversation.
In a lot of conversations. You know what I do? I repeat what the person's saying back in my head.
As long as it's back in your head, because if you do it out loud, that's real annoying.
That's real annoying.
Yeah. Wow. Well played, Don. That was good.
Really bad joke.
That was good. You did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
I did it. It's like names. Like when you get introduced to somebody and you forget their name instantly, it's because you never said it in your head. You didn't listen to their name. You didn't say it back. If you listen to it, you repeat it in your head, then you digest the information more.
It sticks, the name. I need to start doing that because I feel that I am exceptionally awful at names.
The moment somebody says their name, say it either out loud or back to them or in your head.
How about I whisper it like a creep? They'll say their name and I'll just whisper it to myself.
Do you want to practice?
No.
Hey, Kelly. Nice to meet you. I'm Don.
Don. Oh, man, that would be awesome. That's like a Saturday Night Live character.
Yeah. The repeater.
They only ever whisper it.
Yeah. When people start telling really long stories and they're like ruling the communication between the two of you, then I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to zonk out because you know what? This isn't a conversation anymore.
It's a risky move, though, to do that. You got to stay in it still. You got to see it through.
What if it's going nowhere?
Then you've got somewhere to be.
Yeah. But time to move on.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that it's hard to communicate and hold sustained interest over Zoom. I have a very hard time with that.
It was better doing this in person.
No, it wasn't.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Saying that the tech didn't work well.
Don and I tried to do this episode in person together, and we did not have the technological capabilities to do that very well.
It was my BO.
No.
Kelly's like, could you go back to your office, please?
Don's nonverbal communication was really getting to me. Gross. No, it was not that. It was just, it didn't record very well. And we're looking for quality. We're doing quality podcasting, Don. Give the people what they want.
This is called quality entertainment.
I do have a hard time over Zoom. I find so many things to distract me on my computer screen. It's ridiculous.
Why don't you hide this stuff on your computer screen?
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I'll do that right now.
My screen has nothing, no emails, no nothing except for my Zoom screen and whatever notes I may have.
Do you always turn on your ring light when you Zoom?
It's not on right now. Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Let's see it with it on. Is it on? I don't.
Oh, look at that guy. Hello, big guy.
Zoom is very difficult to communicate over, especially when you're communicating with Don and he's fiddling with his beauty filters.
I gotta look good for the people.
What a funny thing that people even started doing that. Gotta look good during COVID.
Because you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the COVID with no pants on?
I think you mean the Zoom with no pants on.
Sure, the COVID Zoom.
The COVID with no pants on.
When I got
Did you
COVID,
ever
I
have
took off my pants.
Yeah. Weird.
What about the Zoom meeting last night that we were a part of where it was like we could see up the guy's nose and he was picking it and then eating?
It's like they don't realize that they have the option of turning off the camera. Sometimes I feel like that is unknown to people.
Turn off your damn camera.
So this man had the Zoom up clearly on his phone because he was carrying it around below him. And it was looking up his nose at him. And he was just like stuffing food in his face and scratching his nose. And it was a lot. If you have the option of turning off your camera, why would you not turn off your camera?
There's a couple of recommendations when you Zoom. Direct your responses into the camera. Look into the camera. I think there's a lot of people that kind of look off. They have maybe an exterior monitor that they're looking to. So looking directly into the camera is massive.
When you do Zoom, do you look into the camera or do you look at the person's picture on your screen? Because those are two different places. So if I'm answering directly, I would look more at you.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Usually I do that and then I'll lean forward. So like I'm actively.
Now it's important.
Yeah,
yes.
Tell me more.
Yeah,
Tell me more. And then
Okay.
you move closer to the camera. Maybe not that close. That's a little too close. These are not fake skills. They actually keep me more engaged in the conversation in Zoom because otherwise I find that I stop paying attention. What about eye contact, Kelly? You don't like eye contact that much.
Of course I like eye contact.
Give me some good eye contact.
This
Give me
is
some
when
good
I
eye
don't
contact.
like it, when you get all weird about it. It's like
Kelly,
a weird.
Look me in the eyes.
I am. Yeah. Eye contact is important. It shows respect. It shows that you're locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah.
You always do this thing where if there's like any sustained eye contact, you make your eyes go real wide, like you're like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah,
and then
it's
you
really
look away.
weird. And then no, if I make them really wide, then it's like I'm challenging you to look away. And then you will be the first to look away. That's me having the last word in eye contact. That's
You have
what
the
it
last word in eye contact.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Woo! I gotta be careful of that. All right, let's try this, Kelly.
What are we going to try?
The thing you're loving, your favorite thing right now.
It sounds like something that McDonald's is rolling out, like a new campaign. It's the Thing You're Loving campaign.
My favorite of the week, Happy Gilmore 2. I laughed. It well exceeded my expectations. I thought it was funny. Yes, ridiculous. But in this time of no comedies, it did pretty damn good.
I thought Happy Gilmore 2 was great. It relied heavily on nostalgia. You have a different voice. You have a work voice.
What do you mean?
You have a work voice.
What's my work voice?
You very much do have a presentation of yourself at work or in a work-related environment that is different. You talk with your hands a lot.
I love talking with my hands.
You do a lot of hand talking.
Hand talking. I have always been a big hand talker.
But I think in like professional environments and stuff, you're
even
very
more.
big. Yeah. That's probably why you actually don't like talking on the phone, because you need your hands as like a
Yes.
prop.
There is no hand gestures on the phone.
Yeah.
I get on the phone and I just want to get off.
I know you're a terrible phone talker.
I hate talking on the phone.
You don't like it because the person on the other end of the line is essentially holding you hostage. That's for real. I think that's what it is, because you can't like nobody else is going to come walking over and join the conversation. You can't get away from them for any reason. Like you're truly like locked to that phone.
And I have to pay attention. When I get on the phone, I want to get the information across and get off.
But sometimes people are on the phone not for information. They're on the phone to chat.
I don't get it.
I You should just say the next time your mom calls to chat, just be like, "You're doing it wrong. I don't get it."
Don't get it. So the way to improve your active listening is to resist the urge to interrupt. But that kind of goes two ways because sometimes it's not interrupting. Conversation is a back and forth. So you have to know when you're going to jump in and when you're not. And sometimes you accidentally interrupt because you think the other person might be done at that moment. Otherwise, it's an extended period of silence.
Do you seriously find yourself interrupting somebody because you thought they were done talking and then they continue talking?
Yeah, I think that happens the majority of the time.
I more outright interrupt people, and I'm trying to work on that. But that's very interesting that somebody pauses long enough that you like interject, but then they continue talking. Right.
It's like when you were introducing the episode and I didn't realize you were going to continue. And so I jumped in because I thought it was my turn. Missed the mark on that one.
Turn. Yes, we're volleying back and forth. It's your turn.
Conversation is.
It's true. A conversation is a lot of the give and take of that. I feel like when it's somebody that you're closer to, you understand the rhythm and the pattern of their communication. So it's easier.
What about communicating with the boys? Mostly
what
just sitting there and listening to.
It is a lot of just listening to them. That's true.
I zone out for that. I turn down my like natural hearing aid and literally they will just keep talking and I will have no clue what they're saying. And you just let them go.
I like to let them go when they're communicating with each other, but I sort of have a difficulty fully zoning out because I actually find entertainment in it too, because they're very funny in how they talk to each other.
Now, I think that some of it is they're learning how to communicate. So they're just dominating the communication. And I'm going to talk. And I don't give a shit what anybody else has to say.
They want to talk about whatever is most interesting to them in that moment. And it doesn't matter that nobody else gives a shit about it because that is what they're talking about and you will listen to it.
The 5 C's of effective communication.
Let's guess what they are.
Well, I know. You can guess.
There's 5 of them and they all start with C.
There are 5, but one starts with D.
That doesn't make any sense.
Not at all.
Is consistency one? Is connectivity one? Oh, for God's sake.
Clear.
Oh, concise. Wait. Now I'm getting it. Clear, concise.
You're not going to get the other 2.
Connected?
No, you kind of already said that.
I know I did, but I didn't know if you'd give me credit for that one. All right. Go ahead. Lay it on me.
Curious. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
That's why I said you're not going to guess these.
Well, because clear and concise has to do with your output, but curious has to do with more your like acceptance of whatever anybody else is saying.
But I think genuine curiosity does help the conversation. If you are genuinely curious or you find a way to be genuinely curious about like, I'm going to dive in, tell me more. Another one is compassionate.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that either.
I think that's a solid one. Compassionate, where you're really identifying with the person and understanding their situation, whether it be good or bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of like what we were saying about like secrets and things. And when people share things with you, like you have to be respectful and understand why it is that they're telling you that. I feel like clear plus concise equals direct.
Yes. Concise is like get to the point.
Yeah. So it's kind of a throwaway one.
That's a hard one for me sometimes.
Sometimes when we edit these episodes, it just comes across that you take a winding road to get to the vista that you want to share with the people.
Which is unimportant to begin with. The vista's not pretty. Really? You drove us here?
It's like the view is of the highway. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Okay, Don.
What about the pitch and tone of your voice, Kelly?
I mean, that's something that
You could give a master
every
class.
every day of my life I struggle with that. And that is sort of just it is what it is.
You talk, it's just oozing with sarcasm.
All right. I get it.
Sweet. 1 point, Dawn.
But that's not always bad. If the other person is like hip to it and understands, then that's fine. If it's somebody who you've just met, maybe, then yeah, tone that down a little bit.
I love sarcasm.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love
I
it
was
too.
being sarcastic.
That was not good sarcasm, Don. I don't know what that was.
Sarcasm is fascinating.
Are you being sarcastic?
Now we don't even know.
I'm pretty certain that you are, because there's really nothing fascinating about it.
Sarcasm, it has psychological purposes. It is a clever way to add humor to conversations. It lightens the mood. It creates a playful dynamic. And I think that you really respond to when people are sarcastic, as do our kids.
I do.
I want to be around the most sarcastic people because they're taking life a little bit more light.
That sounds stupid to say because you just said that I'm sarcastic, but I think that sarcasm is kind of like smart humor.
Ooh, look at you, you clever lady.
All right. Yes, look at me. Look at me go. It does kind of come across as bitchy too. It's kind of all in the delivery and the ratio of sarcastic comments to not sarcastic comments. It can come across as not very friendly, for sure.
That's why nobody will talk to me. Yeah. Too sarcastic.
Hmm.
Do you have a word of the day?
My word of the day is ignore.
I immediately think you.
No, you don't. Why do you think of me?
I don't know. It just came to my mind.
I wonder if that's because you think I ignore you or because you want to ignore me. Wow, we should communicate over that one, Don.
Yeah, yikes. I really stepped in it there.
For some reason, I thought of the cats, that they kind of ignore us. I think that they're like, they act like they rule, kind of.
Respectfully disagree.
All right, respectfully don't care. No, I'm kidding.
Those cats are all up in our business. Do you want to actively improve your communication skills?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, you can go visit.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You will
no.
learn how to actively improve your communication
No.
skills. Why do you want to actively improve them? Mine are damn good.
I'm on a small dinghy-sized boat of self-betterment. That's what I am on. I'm not on a ship. It's like a little lifeboat, and I'm just kind of trying to do things to improve myself.
You're just rowing out into the ocean.
I'm not even rowing. I'm just following the current, and I'm just little things. It's good to do.
Such as?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is I hug people more.
That is a form of communication.
So I do that.
I don't like that. You could hug me less.
Noted.
I like the French kiss on both sides, and I like the handshake, but hugging is too much body touching.
I think that with certain people, it's fine. You can tease me about this. I try to cross my arms less.
So you stand as a knuckle dragger now.
Yes, I do.
Who's that oaf over there just dragging her arms around?
Are you trying to improve your communication skills?
I find it very fun to try different techniques sometimes of communicating.
Do you use an accent sometimes, Don?
Well, sure I do. I sure do.
What kind of techniques are there? I would like to know.
Listening and staring.
So you stare. I would suggest staring, but not at their eyes. Stare at their forehead.
Well, that's really creepy. When people do that to me, I am creeped out and I do not want to talk to them anymore.
Don, it's a new technique to try.
No, staring off where you're not looking at the people in the eyes, for an extended period of time, is really uncomfortable.
Okay, so your techniques that you've tried is staring and also listening. So was listening not a technique that you used to try?
Hell no, I just run over them. Building on the conversations, the yes ands, trying to connect more, but just having a fun time with where the conversations are going. I find that a lot more of our conversations, yours and mine, as well as mine and some other friends, are more fun. They have a better time just communicating.
Well, it just means that you're getting to know them better too.
Right.
I think we've communicated enough.
Hopefully, we,
I'll let you have the last word.
you'll let me have the last word and you will do the interrupting.
Yep, done. Check it off.
I'll start the last word and you finish the last word.
Oh, so I get just the word. Go ahead.
Thank you all for listening. Hopefully, you learned a little something about communication. If not, sorry.
Fun. That was a period. I thought you were going to give me the last word and I was going to say something totally off the wall. That was my plan. So plans change, and here we go. It's been real fun communicating with you, Dawn. Let's communicate again another time.